Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, September 18th, and thank you for joining us on Up to the Minute Live. I'm Andrea Bonner, Chair of HCC's Consumer Arts and Sciences Center of Excellence, and I'm joined today by my amazing co-host, Linda Davis, who is the Office Manager for HCC Northeast Operations, and Linda is going to tell you how to find us, everyone.
Good morning, Andrea. We're live on Houston City College District Facebook page, Not HCC, and YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and on HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. And make sure you like this episode and follow us on social media.
Thank you, Linda. So today for Thursday Family Fun Day, we'll talk about the annual Galveston Sandcastle Competition. Today we have Mr. Robert Kuhn, who's the Executive Director of La Izquierda let me say that right, Surf and Music Festival, and our Thursday Family Fun Day guest. Welcome to the show, Robert.
Hi, thank you very much. It's wonderful to be here again. Good to see you all again after a full year of absence from here.
Yes, well, we will talk to you in a little bit. We're so glad to have you back. But first, we're talking about the relaunch of the CNA, Allied Healthcare, and LVN pre-apprenticeship programs with Ms. Katherine Green, who's the career navigator for HCC's work-based learning and industry partnerships. Welcome to the show, Katherine. We're glad to see you today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I thank you for the opportunity to come here to express who we are.
Absolutely. So beginning in November, which is coming up soon, right around the corner, these virtual programs will be free to participants. So let's begin with an overview of the programs. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, the pre-apprenticeship programs were basically designed to get individuals involved who maybe are academically challenged. And so they're wanting to be a part of a healthcare occupation, but they might be lacking in some skills as test taking and study strategies. So we give that opportunity to them. It's a 6 or 8 week program, depending on whether you following the Allied Health program or the LVN nursing program. And so all the programs are free and they're virtual. And so they get feedback from their from the facilitator. And basically what the CNA or Allied Health track is personal coaching for the first 2 weeks. And then they go into the virtual classroom, which is very accessible and inclusive for everyone.
I love that it's virtual. Like you said, that makes it very accessible to everyone. So that is a great feature of the program. So what is a pre-apprenticeship? We've always heard of apprenticeship. So what's a pre-apprenticeship?
A pre-apprenticeship is a no-cost, short-term program that gets individuals ready for a full apprenticeship program. And so it focuses on the academics as far as strengthening your core, as far as test taking strategies, personal coaching, and study skills. And so it helps the individual to get ready to go into a CNA program, a LVN program, or an allied health program.
I love that. I think there are a lot of programs that could use that pre-apprenticeship type model. So that's great to hear about that. So why is this so valuable for students?
This is so valuable for students because what we were finding that individuals that were going into the nursing field were struggling academically when they got to their courses. Some people have been out of the school environment or college or university environment for quite some time. So when they re-entered the environment, they found that they were struggling academically. And so these courses were designed for individuals to shore them up, to give them the power that they need and academically to basically to excel. So these classes are really strengthening individuals as far as academically. And so that's what we found, and it's very successful.
I love that. That's a great model, as I said. But can you give us some more program highlights?
Yes, basically with the LVN, let's look at the LVN pathway for pre-apprenticeship. Of course, they take test taking and study strategies as well. But also one of the components of that program in this 8 weeks is the HESI AP prep. And this allows individuals to practice to take that state exam and be more successful because nursing schools rely on that as an entrance exam. And so individuals, it almost sells itself, that program, that LVN pre-apprenticeship program sells itself, because individuals who are looking to be LVNs is very competitive field. And so nursing schools are looking for the higher scores. And so we get great feedback from our pre-apprentices when they take that exam, because they do a lot better than without taking the pre-apprenticeship program from us.
I love this. And I know we're going to have your information in the post after the show, but I definitely want to get more information about it for some people I know that might be interested in it. But can you tell us what is the start date of the next program and what's the format of it?
Okay, thank you for asking. Our start date is November the 3rd, 2025. And basically, it's not a lot you have to go through to apply. Be a U.S. citizens, of course. We do take some non-U.S. citizens because it is a free program. It's sponsored by a grant, so it's no cost to the individual who apply. And so it's 6 or 8 weeks. It's all online. And so once you receive your certificate of completion at the end of the program, you're ready to go into a CNA or Allied Health program or LVN program. And we connect you with those entities here at HCC.
That is great. We have so many great ways to get students going and kind of connect them to future employers and all of those great opportunities. So tell us, how can students apply? Like I said, I know some people who might be interested in it. What do they need to apply for this?
Well, you just need to go to our hub. Of course, we're on the HCC website. And so just go to the Apprenticeship Hub. You can just put that in the search bar, Apprenticeship Hub, and it'll pop up, and just fill out a few questions. Within 24 to 48 hours, we get in contact with the individual and they're on their way.
That is great. Anything else you'd like to share with us in general about the program? Something you may not have mentioned? Anything that people might be interested in knowing about the program?
Well, we did receive an award from the Department of Labor. It was an apprenticeship award we're apprenticeship ambassadors, basically. And so this is given to institutions like Houston City College that demonstrate strong leadership in improving apprenticeship programs and pre-apprenticeship programs. And what that means is that we made it more inclusive, we made it more modern and accessible to individuals.
That's really good to hear. Katherine Green here, who is our career navigator for HCC's work-based learning and industry partnerships. We're going to have your information after the show. Katherine, again, thank you so much for joining us. I love that office setup that you've got going on there. It's really great. So after a commercial break, Linda is going to come back and talk to us about the Thursday Family Fun Day, and she's going to have a great guest that's going to be on to talk about that.
Thank you.
Why wait on your dream job? At Houston Community College, tuition is only $33 per credit hour, with flexible schedules, over 100 programs, and campuses across Houston. HCC makes it easy and affordable. Your future for less. Houston Community College. Move your future forward.
Poison Help is a free 24/7 hotline that answers all of your poison questions in over 100 languages.
Hello? Poison Help?
Hello? When poison happens, we're here for you. Just call Poison Help, 1-800-222-1222.
Dear Santa, my mom says I'm a good helper, but you didn't come last year. I just really hope this year when I wake up, I'm gonna see that you came to my house too.
Donate today.
Welcome back, everyone. We're back with Robert Kuhn, Executive Director of La Izquierda.
There we go.
Surf and Music, our Thursday Family Fun Day guest. Welcome back to the show, Rob.
Thank you very much, Linda. It's great to be back here with y'all.
It's been a whole circle around the moon since I seen you last.
A lot of changes, and a lot of things still the same.
Well, we're glad to have you back. Let's begin with the history of the Sandcastle Competition and the AIA. And for the record, tell everybody what that stands for.
Okay, well, it is the Houston chapter of the AIA, the Architectural Institute of America. I think that's what it stands for, but it's an association of architects, and it's the local Houston chapter of it. And they've been coming down to the beach for 38 years. I think this is the 38th year, and building sandcastles. They have their architects take it very, very seriously and spend a lot of time and energy to designing these sand sculptures. And they get sponsors, and they have about, I think this year they had close to 30 teams down there. Each team has upwards of 50 people or something. And they put together these magnificent sand sculptures. And they've been doing it for a long time, and everybody loves it. And last year, they communicated with me and talked to me because they know I'm into music and festivals. So they said, well, do you think you can turn this into a music festival and bring some more action to the sandcastles? So last year was our first year doing it, where we, in addition to all the sandcastles, we actually built a large stage and brought in all kinds of regional bands with a loud sound system. We had food vendors, we had arts and crafts vendors, we had a public refreshment tent, a VIP tent, and we sold tickets to the event.
Well, it sounds like you guys are having so much fun. This is a really exciting time, and a really exciting time for the event. I remember the sandcastles from last year, and oh my gosh, those were just amazing. And I
Yeah.
was like, how did they do these? I mean, some are so tall, some are so wide, but they're almost picture perfect. They're so good.
Yeah, they are. And this year there was even more. The sandcastles were even better this year, believe it or not. We had just the energy and putting into it brought in more sandcastle artists and even some independent sand sculptures. So it's expanding, and more people are just building these breathtaking sculptures.
So now you were talking about the history of the Surf and the Music Festival. You say you decided to merge or fuse the two last year.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But there's also a fusion of sort going on between the program and the community as a nonprofit organization. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, that was a big part of us getting involved too. It's to bring more locals into the scene and encourage more local inclusiveness in the event, and that's what we do. We put on since it is Thursday Family Fun Day, I'll tell you a little bit about our organization, what we do with the surf and music. Well, every Thursday night in the summertime, we host an event called Save the Locals, and it's a Thursday free family concerts that we host in a beautiful community park that's right on the seawall on the beach. And that's kind of what started spreading us and the word about us throughout the communities of Galveston, what we're doing with the local communities. So those free Thursday night concerts were just kind of they've been a big deal. They've been growing every week, every year. They've been growing and getting more attention. And I'd like to encourage any of y'all to come down and join it. So that's kind of what got us to be included with the Sandcastle Festival, just to make it more of a Galveston event instead of just a Houston event, really. Galveston and Houston event. So
yeah, and so now we're on to the good part. Let's talk a little bit about the live band and the lineup for the band. So I was sneaking out on the website trying to see if there's anybody that I knew, but I didn't. But you get to tell me a little bit about like the Galveston, Dean, Come See My Dead Person.
My Dead Person, yeah. Yeah, there's all kinds of bands.
A group called Bayou City Funk.
Bayou City Funk, yes. Y'all should know them. They're from
And
Houston.
one Shame on Me.
Shame on me.
Ooh,
No,
I'm
shame on you.
curious about
Yeah. No, they're a great band too. These are all really excellent bands that are from the area that are writing original music and recording and releasing records, and you can catch them on the local radio stations. And yeah, they're just Swimwear Department's another band, artists like Ray Tansel, Tyson Webb. There's a band called Building Sandcastles that is actually a part of the event.
Wow.
We have quite a community of musicians around here that continue playing together. And the more we play together, the more these bands begin to intersect and get to know one another and collaborate more with one another. And it's a really great musical culture here that's in Galveston and Houston and the surrounding areas. So that's one of our things we get to do is highlight a lot of these bands and get to bring them out from kind of the underground to the above ground, so they can shine a little bit and grow their audience, and as well as our audience gets to experience new bands that they never heard before too.
But
And
we're gonna plug a few more of these. There's a Ojo Rojos, Kevin
Ojos Rojos, yeah.
Ojo's Rojos.
Yeah, Ojos Rojos. It's a Spanish word, yeah.
I was thinking like Oreo cookie because there's a food component also with your program.
Yeah, Ojos Rojos. We have all kinds of cultures. We have his, you know, Galveston and Houston has so many cultures that are all intersecting and collaborating and doing things. So music in Spanish, English, hip hop music, cumbia music, rock and roll music, country music. It's really there's so many cultures in this area we live in on the Gulf Coast, and blues music and folk music.
I tell you, you had me at funk.
And funk music. Everything's got to be a little funky. If you're a party like Izquierda, you got to be a little funky. You got to have a little funky.
Well, look, I understand there's also family-oriented activities. So tell us a little bit about those.
Well, of course, like in addition to all the I call professional sandcastles, there are sandcastle lessons that are free and open to the public that we host. There's a big kids tent where there's slip and slides and just supervised fun for kids and that kind of thing, as well as there's like all the arts and crafts and the music is family friendly too. You know, it's a family vibe. So we just like to get everybody dancing and including everyone in the party, really. Yeah.
Well, you got me.
We continue.
You got me wanting to move already.
Yeah, well, it is Thursday, and
yes, it's getting
Thursday.
Close. Weekend Eve is right around the corner.
It is, and every Thursday we host free concerts in Galveston. So if you're ever now that the summer is kind of closing it in, now we're doing the concerts at a place called Yaga's, which is a historic Galveston venue. It's been here forever, and every Thursday night we have free family-friendly music at Yaga's. With our band. So
well, tell us a little bit about the after party. We don't want anybody to miss out on the after party.
Okay, well, the after parties goes down at Hotel Lucine. I don't know if you've ever heard, but it's a new independent hotel in Galveston that's been around for a few years, started by completely local people, and it is beautiful. It's right on the seawall with a big deck up above that looks out over the Gulf. And they bring the bands in there and they bring the DJs in there and they keep the party going. So we have to give our shout out to Hotel Lucine. They sponsor all of our events. They provide rooms for a lot of the artists that are traveling to perform at the events, and they host the after party. So the Hotel Lucine, and every weekend you come down to Galveston, they host live music on Friday and Saturday nights.
Well, Galveston is a place to be anyway. If you want to get out, a change of scenery from the
fresh air,
Houston, just get out and put your toe in the water.
Yeah, you're gonna feel better.
Yes. Well, I tell you what, we have enjoyed year two, you and I I was gonna say rodeo, but at the Sandcastle.
Yeah.
So we look forward to seeing you again next year, and we hope the event is a grand smashing success.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we'll stay in touch, and let's keep communicating about all the things that are going on. And y'all stay in touch with La Izquierda Fest. We host lots of music and events down in Galveston, and we're just growing and growing our community. So stay in communication, and let's party, y'all.
All right, you heard that, Houston City College. We're gonna join Robert Kuhn, Executive Director of La Izquierda. See, I remember to roll my R.
That's right. Yeah.
Surf and Music, our Thursday Family Fun Day guests. Will have the information in the post after the show. You keep hanging. Coming up after a quick commercial break, Andrea and I will return with some news and announcements.
¿Por qué esperar para el trabajo de tus sueños? En Houston Community College, la colegiatura es de solo $33 por hora de crédito. Con horarios flexibles y campus en todo Houston, inscribirse en HCC es fácil y accesible. Houston Community College.
When a child is sick, there's one thing they need: a really big cookie.
Welcome to RMHC.
We're not big on poking sticks and beeping machines, but we're the best at playing dress up. We think the tooth fairy should travel everywhere. And while hospitals have doctors and nurses, we have mom and dad. Because at Ronald McDonald House Charities, we help families feel at home, even when they can't be.
Our individual voices are powerful, but not everything has a voice. Let us be a voice to the voiceless. It's time to speak up for nature.
All right, Linda, we've got a lot of great, exciting things going on around our campuses. First, Hispanic Heritage Month kickoff. Hispanic Heritage Month has begun, everyone. So HCC celebrates 30 days of activities that students, faculty, and staff can join in the celebration. We're going to start today from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Thursday, September 18th at the A-Leaf Bissonnette campus. So check our post after the show for more information.
We also have the Eagle Engage online library and relaxation tips. HCC Eagles Engage program has several offerings to help students with their studies. 2 of those are today. The online library, online information resource tools is at 1 p.m. and A Moment to Breathe is at 2 p.m. Check out the post for more information after the show.
I love that, Linda, that little sound.
Sometimes we need to just breathe.
You got to breathe. Yes. So moving on to breathing and cultivating wellness at Coleman and Prairie View. HCC Coleman College will host Prairie View A&M for a special wellness event. Students, faculty, and staff check their pulse, so to speak, as well as get some great wellness stats. So it's going to be 8 a.m. to noon tomorrow, Friday, September 19th. It's going to be at the Coleman Tower Atrium. Again, check our post after the show for more information about that.
Sustainable Fashion Project with Chloe Dow and HCC. Chloe was our guest a couple of weeks ago, but Houston style star Chloe Dow is teaming up with HCC for a design show about sustainability. The project runway winner is hosting the Sustainable Fashion Project to transform discarded materials, that's correct, discarded materials into chic wearable designs. Design deadline this Friday is September the 19th. Fashion runway is 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday, September the 27th at Macy's Galleria. Check out the information in the post after the show.
Our art exhibition for Central faculty members. So at the exhibition showcasing the artworks of faculty members are showing across the district. Arts professor Corey Acklemeyer is previewing this piece, The Length of 5 Years. The exhibition is going on now through October 24th. It's at the HCC Central, my campus, Fine Arts Gallery. The artist reception is next Thursday at 6 p.m., Thursday, September 25th. Check our post after the show for more information.
Fall registration continues, people. What are you waiting on? There's still time to register for fall classes, including Second Start. HCC classes are offered in a variety of programs, semester lengths, and modalities, including online anytime, online on a schedule, hybrid, both face-to-face and partially virtual, in-person, and hybrid labs. To learn more about HCC program start dates and options to cover costs, you know where to find us at hccs.edu/apply.
Coming up, we'll feature HCC Central Arts professor Corey Acklemeyer, who I mentioned earlier, whose works were just mentioned. Well, I'm reading the script, but I'm ahead of the script, whose works were just mentioned, and they're going to be featured in a gallery exhibition there. So for Film Friday, we'll also spotlight the upcoming Austin Film Festival, which champions the work of screenwriters, filmmakers, and all artists who use the language of film to tell a story. And make sure you like this episode and follow us on social media. Linda, great show. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time.